All right, today ZCom is one of Asia's biggest Wi-Fi solution providers with an installed base of 5 million live access points. Can you believe it? So what's the secret to their success? We'll ask my guest today, Rajesh Kapoor of ZCom, in just a moment. Join us right after this short message. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm just messing around with my papers here. My name is Claus Hetting, and I'm the host of Wi-Fi Now TV. And this, of course, is the interview program that brings you all the great stories and not least all the great people from across the Wi-Fi industry. So today, we'll be talking about carrier Wi-Fi in Asia. And Asia is not an area where we've covered a lot in this program, so I'm excited that we're going to start doing that as of right now. My guest today is Managing Director Rajesh Kapoor of ZCom, and ZCom is a company that's not perhaps particularly well known. It wasn't particularly well known to me, but they've posted huge numbers, including 5 million live APs and all of 300,000 live APs in a single city for a service provider in Asia, I think. We'll ask Rajesh about all of that in just a moment. So before we get into that, remember that Wi-Fi Now, the expo and the conference is going to Washington, D.C. next week. So that's April 18th to 20th. We've got more than 45 great speakers lined up for you, and dozens of exhibitors will be there. We're covering all the Wi-Fi, new Wi-Fi standards, cities, enterprise, carriers, security, affordable connectivity, all of that. So if you're in the Wi-Fi industry, this is the one event that you don't want to miss. Good news is that you can still make it for next week's Wi-Fi Now event in DC. For all the details and registration, go to wifinowevents.com/USA. And if you have any questions, drop me a line at klaus@wifinowevents.com. So I hope to see all of you viewers there. We've got more than 300 folks already signed up. We'll have more than 350 definitely there. And there's a high quality of Wi-Fi people there, so great people to network with. I really recommend it. Okay, so my guest today is Rajesh Kapoor, Managing Director of ZCom. Rajesh, welcome to Wi-Fi Now TV.
Thank you, Klaus, for giving us such a wonderful introduction of ZCom. Although, yes, one thing you are surely right, the ZCom is not very well known in the industry, but even with such a good experience of Wi-Fi in the entire region and a huge install base all across China and Taiwan, and now from last couple of years in India as well. Just to yeah.
Go ahead and give us the short introduction to ZCom. I also actually have to myself learn how to pronounce this correctly. So it's ZCom. But give us the short introduction for probably many folks that have not heard about you before.
Yeah, I'm sure about it that many folks have not heard about it, but that's the agenda now of ZCom, is that people should hear and they should use ZCom much more than what they have been doing till now. Although we have a huge experience in the Wi-Fi domain from last more than 20 years. ZCom basically was established in Taiwan as a leading solution provider. It was majorly for research, design, development, and manufacturing of wireless data solutions for broadband wireless internet access. That was the major aim of ZCom when it established themselves, and with its own core technology, has been providing wide range of wireless communication products to meet the needs of the wireless internet access. That's the basic, to being very simple statement about ZCom. That's what it is as of now.
Very good. So I want to get into a little bit about maybe you can touch on the history of the company, but I'm very intrigued by the enormous numbers that you presented to me, and you obviously have managed to have huge success in terms of Wi-Fi deployments in Asia. Can you say something about how you managed to achieve, those millions of APs, and also why the rest of us haven't heard anything about that, which is maybe even embarrassing for me, but go ahead.
Yeah, in fact, when I started, I also, when I heard these kind of numbers, I was little also amazed and really wanted to check. And I myself went to a lot of operators all across in China and saw the deployments and uh, discussed with the users myself and saw that it is like huge success, huge deployment is there in the field, and the kind of experience which ZCom has can surely put it as a front runner for a carrier grade Wi-Fi company, which is now we are promoting ZCom as. You
Mm-hmm.
know, why I say a carrier grade Wi-Fi company is, the most important part today, if you see, Wi-Fi is no more a technology which was a home-based technology or a enterprise-based technology. Now everybody when it checks in a hotel, he needs Wi-Fi. When he moves out of the office, he needs Wi-Fi. That's how it is. So Wi-Fi is getting more similar popular or even more popular than GSM and LTE and all similar like that. And I think all the industry experts, in fact, I think Wi-Fi now also trying to make showcase Wi-Fi as a more of a carrier grade technology rather than just enterprise grade technology.
Mm-hmm.
And we at ZCom are absolutely geared up with our experience to showcase that yes, we can deliver the carrier grade solutions for this amazing technology, which till now people are still not too much of, even I would say, aware of the capabilities of this technology.
Well, I'm happy you say that. I believe that very much as well. I think the future for Wi-Fi also for carriers looks really, really good. So, can you say something specifically about how I mean, you've been around for a number of years, and you've now managed to deploy. I forget what the number was, but it was in the millions, right?
Yeah.
These are service provider networks that you're deploying. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I'll tell you about basically, what has happened is, as I was telling earlier on, again, being a carrier grade technology and product and it moving towards a solution company of a carrier grades. See, what is happening is today, most important applications which are being required in the market by customer is one is normal public Wi-Fi, which everybody hears, but mostly is like people are expecting is free. Second is the most important applications which carriers are going to need and which today they are talking about is Wi-Fi offload,
Mm-hmm.
which is getting more and more and more popular because Wi-Fi is today can be seen as the best medium to transport internet to each and every nook and corner of where the person is sitting, moving, whether in the bus, whether in taxi, like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
similarly, we are promoting these technologies, especially Wi-Fi offload solutions, and we are also very strong in vehicle Wi-Fi solutions as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what brings us, and because of our vast experience, and I can tell you, it doesn't just came like that. We had to work very hard. We had to develop a lot of things in house to ensure that the performance, reliability, and the most important thing is number of concurrent sessions our products can handle. This
Mm-hmm.
was a major key of us winning
Mm-hmm.
this success, winning this, getting these numbers in.
Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about the key markets. I understood from your answer before that thus far a big part of your business has come from China, from Taiwan. Is that correct? You are yourself in India. Can you elaborate on any of those regions?
Yeah, I'll tell you, like today, the major markets, apart from what we have done in our own, like ZCom's own country, that is China and Taiwan and all those things, the biggest market, sorry, what we are focusing right now is obviously the public Wi-Fi, because in India, I can tell you one thing. In India, the Wi-Fi has become more like commodity. People, everybody, especially the young generation, they need Wi-Fi like anything everywhere, wherever they are, whether in the colleges, schools, parks, libraries, stores, they need Wi-Fi anywhere, everywhere. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why, because of this huge demand, and you see in India, what it calls is more than 60% people is a young population. So what is happening is, providing Wi-Fi to these young generation is like becoming a political agenda as well.
Mhm.
That's the situation of Wi-Fi right now,
Mhm.
and that's why we as a company with our strong experience are focusing on providing solution for this public Wi-Fi
Mhm.
campuses, enlightening the campuses, all these smart cities which are coming up in India slowly, and very focused there is a lot of focus of government on the smart cities as well. Then obviously we have deployed Wi-Fi offload solutions in India with a lot of large operators in India as of now. And then the most important thing is the rural connectivity today. In India, there are so many villages, where the government wants to connect them, enlighten them with this Wi-Fi so that they can get more and more information, resources, help of government, finance, education, everything can reach those places. So
Mhm.
that's where we are getting more and more in. Then the most important and we are very successful in one application. Another one is the in-vehicle Wi-Fi. We have a
Mhm.
huge numbers already deployed in bus Wi-Fi solutions. In moving bus where the backhaul can be your 3G or 4G, and Wi-Fi the people sitting inside can access. And then also we are focusing on hospitality, because as we all business travelers look for Wi-Fi as and when we enter. That's what we are. That's what we are up to as of now.
Super interesting to hear your comments about these markets. And as I said on this program, and even for myself, it's not an area that I know a great deal about this part of the world. But it's great to be connected with you, because there's obviously a tremendous amount of interesting Wi-Fi deployments and use cases in play in these countries. And you're also, I know, very interested in Africa. You'll be at our Cape Town Wi-Fi Now event in May. And what is your expectation there? Obviously, there's a huge need on that continent for low cost connectivity.
See, the thing is that what I expect from Africa market is very simple. I'll tell you, being experienced in the Indian market, and I can understand the expectations of people in India very well. Being in
Mhm.
India, being an Indian, and addressing this market from last couple of years and trying to be successful in the market.
Mhm.
Well, we thought of going to the Middle East and Africa market as well from here, because it's more like it's another developing country, and
Mhm.
Africa is going to be a huge deployment again, because of people need to be connected now.
Mhm.
Everybody needs to be connected, because it's not only they want to access internet. It's because everybody wants to be have more information, more
Mhm.
resources. More skills have to be developed, education has to go to all the people. So
Mhm.
that's why this kind of development, when it is required, and which has become the mandate of the government as well nowadays, it is important to be part of this entire
Yes.
initiative with governments. So that's,
Yes.
that's what I am expecting as well.
Yeah, fantastic. And as I said, we're delighted that you're going to be joining us in Cape Town on May 9th for the Wi-Fi Now event down there, and we'll have some great discussions. By the way, continuing this discussion from Wi-Fi Now TV today. All right, so let me just ask you very specifically, a little bit on the technical side, perhaps.
Yep.
What would you say are the strengths of your Wi-Fi offering? You talked a little bit about offload, performance,
Yep.
and adaptability perhaps to all these multiple use cases that you refer to, which includes transport, of course, service provider, and so on. But each of these also have specific requirements. So how do you deal with all that, and what are your strengths?
Yes, see, I'll tell you today. If you see, the market in Wi-Fi has been evolved from a normal Wi-Fi to a managed Wi-Fi, a controller-based Wi-Fi network. And nowadays it's like some are using soft controllers, some are using hardware controllers, and all those things. Like especially carriers prefer a hardware controller kind of stuff. So, what when we talk about ZComs offering, we have all the solutions, starting from soft controller, which can be used for enterprise, SMB market, and all those things, going forward to large controllers where we can support 8,000 plus APs in single chassis with more than 250,000 users simultaneously connected. on the same chassis, which is, that's why we call and we have proven ourselves as a carrier grade Wi-Fi company. Then further on, moving to the access part, which is the access points and all those things, we have all the technologies today, because all our in-house development, R&D, software and hardware development team has produced. We have all the technologies from 2x2, 3x3, going forward 4x4, and as I also mentioned, all 11N, 11AC, you talk about all the standard technologies, and now we are moving forward with the technologies like LoRa as well. So this is our entire portfolio, and we can be a full one-stop solution company for any Wi-Fi requirements for any class of customer.
Super impressive. So maybe the last question. It's great to have you on the show, by the way. I'm totally impressed. So what are the next steps for ZCom as a company? Obviously, as we talk about, you're interested in the African market. Any new products that you'd like to mention here in the pipeline, or new developments of any kind?
Yes, I would surely say that the major next step right now is, if you remember, you said in the beginning of this discussion is that ZCom is not very well known. So now our prime focus is to make present ZCom as a much larger brand than what it is right now. It is more known to people, known to operators all across the world. That is our prime focus right now.
But of course, after this show, you will be famous, right? So there won't be any problem.
We hope so, and I'm sure what I want to do, I want to see now is like Wi-Fi now coming to Asia.
All right. Well, we do have secret plans on coming to Asia, but I can't completely disclose this at the moment. But you can rest assured that we will. We just haven't announced it fully yet. Once we have a plan to do that, once we have everything in place, we'll announce it. And you're obviously extremely welcome to be part of that. We'd be delighted to have you. Any last comments, Rajesh? It's great to have you on the show. And as I said, we want to dig into Asia more and developing markets more, both on this show and all our activities. Anything you'd like to add to the discussion?
Well, I would just say that it is really a pleasure is all ours that we are getting connected now, and because I'm sure because you are also trying to, as an organization, trying to put technology in front in terms of making this Wi-Fi as a carrier grade technology. And same is our aim, that we should present our solutions as more carrier grade Wi-Fi solution company like that. So that's the agenda, and I think our goals are very common. Yes. And I'm sure there will be a lot of other industry members whom we surely will be discussing within Africa to have this common goal and take Wi-Fi as a technology much farther. Absolutely. And I'm sure we will try to play a good and a major role for that.
Absolutely. We're completely on the same page, Rajesh. And I want to thank you for coming on this show. And I'm sure we'll have lots of other opportunities to talk in Cape Town and elsewhere in the coming months and years. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much, Claus. And pleasure is all mine. And see you soon in Africa. Thank you. And all the best for Africa now. Africa. Right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Right.
Bye.
All righty, everybody. That's it for this week's show. Thanks to Rajesh Kapoor from ZCom for joining us. Next week, I'm off because we're in DC for the Wi-Fi Now event, but we'll be back after that with another great guest from the world of Wi-Fi. That's it for now. Tune in again next time, and thank you for watching.
Wi-Fi Now is a production of RCR TV News. To suggest a show topic or to learn more about Wi-Fi Now events, you can reach Claus Hetting at klaus@hettingconsulting.com. To find out more about Wi-Fi Now and all things wireless, visit rcrwireless.com.